Yes, I can hear you. Okay, so yes. Okay, Derek said yes. All right, that's good. So welcome everyone. Welcome to this masterclass, to this session today. And today we'll just be exploring the differences between the different platforms we have: AWS, Azure, GCP, which are the three major players in the cloud computing. And so if you're looking to get into cloud computing in the cloud space, this session will help you understand which platform is best for you as a beginner with no prior experience. But before we get started, let me meet every one of you. So I know you're excited to be in this session just as I am. So if you're excited, just put a 1 in the chat box. Let me know that yes, you're excited. Put a 1 in the chat box. If you're excited, put a 1 in the chat box. I have like 18 people on this call. So I want to see that we're excited. Yes, let's go. All right. Derek, all right. Victor, all right. Ahmed, wonderful. That's good. Okay. All right, Barakat. Nice to have you here. Welcome. So I'm still waiting for more people to drop their ones. Okay. So yes. So I know we've had some people that have come to this, we've joined our masterclass sessions before. And I know there are also new people in this session. Yeah, hi Michael, welcome. So they're all, if you know you're like, this is your first time joining our masterclass session, please put a 1. And if this is not your first time, just put a 0, just to meet the new guys. All right. So if it is your first time, put a 1. All right. Victor, all right. Ahmed, all right. Michael, so good to have you here. All right. Okay. Derek said you just stumbled on. Okay. It's good to have you here. All right. So you're in the right place. You're the right place. All right. You're going to learn so much, and I hope this session really helps you understand which cloud platform works for you. All right. Okay. So I guess we just have, are there more people that are new? So we know, we can just identify. All right. All right, so I'll just share my screen so that we can get started. Share my screen. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? All right, that's good. That's good. All right, so let's get started. So this session, I want it to be an interactive one as we go on. All right. Let it be interactive. So you can drop, if you have any questions along the way, you can drop it at the end of the session. I'll answer these questions for you. All right, so come with your questions. Also listen to what I have for you today. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. So as I said, welcome to today's session. So today we'll be looking at different cloud platforms that we have. And we're trying to choose, okay, which one is the best fit for a beginner in the cloud space, for a beginner cloud engineer. All right. So yes, let's just introduce a little about Tenalytics. So we know that Tenalytics is a leading edtech company. We're focused on providing specialized training in technology skills We also deliver comprehensive data consulting services. Now, over the years of like over 4 years, we've built talents for the technology workforce. Like we've helped to train over 2,500 plus people. We've transitioned them from the classroom, people that do not have any experience at all, from the classroom into getting their first job in tech across different locations, across the UK, the US, Canada, Europe, Africa, and Asia. And we're a company that is committed to making this technology sector more accessible through premium experimental training in different courses like data analytics, business analysis, data engineering, data science, financial analytics, HR analytics, agile project management, Scrum Master, and cybersecurity, and also AI engineering. All right, and we have team of instructors that from leading global companies that have experience to teach you all this and get you that job that you really want. All right. So yes, let's introduce myself. Yeah, person talking to you. So I'm Taiwo, and I bring over a decade of robust industry experience in data engineering, data analysis. So I also demonstrated advanced proficiency in Python, SQL, ETL, ELT processes, also data warehousing and cloud engineering. All right, so my experience spans across technology, fintech, FMCG, telecommunications, and entertainment. All right. Okay, so what are we doing today? Let's get started. So today we'll be looking at which of the cloud platform is best for you as a beginner. Which one should you choose? I will also get to into cloud data engineering role, like what you should learn to transition, what skills you should learn to transition. All right. And then we'll also talk about our upcoming pods which is starting March 8th, 2025. All right. So yes, hope we're excited. Who is excited? Let's get started. Who's excited for this? So I want this to be interactive. Can we start? If we can start, please put a 1 in the chat box. We can start. If we are ready to get into it. Yes. I want to see interactions. Let's go. Okay. Victor said, let's go. Ahmed won. All right. I think I just two people that are really excited for this. Okay. Ikena said yes. All right. So let's get started. All right. Okay. So I'm sure most of you on Twitter, if you're following Elon Musk, I'm sure you'd have come across this tweet where he said that no matter your education, your certificate, nobody cares actually. Just show your skills and your experience. We don't care whether you went to school or where you went to school or whatever big company you worked at. We just want to see your skills. Show us your work. Show us workings. Just show us your codes. And that is what we're trying to achieve. We are trying to achieve via analytics using this skill for you gaining this experience. All right. So the era of certification is over. We are in the era of skills and experience, showing your workings. All right. All right, so let's get started. So I'm sure who remembers this DVD I'm sure if you're familiar with DVDs back in the days, you want to watch a movie or not even a movie, just want to watch something and you go buy a DVD and you play it, right? Back in the day, you go to all the shops selling DVDs, buy, okay, I want to watch this, you buy it, go and watch it on your DVD decoder, right? Now, we also have flash drives, right? Or hard disks. Back in the days, even people still do it, but yeah, back in the days, if you want to watch a movie or collect something, you get your flash drive, you get your hard disk, you collect what you want to collect, you connect to the computer, you collect, right? But this is just like hardware, and this might not be sufficient to how much movie or how much things you want to collect on this flash drive or on the hard disk, right? Now, over time, data has grown. We've had so many things coming up. So many things being generated. Social media era has come. New data has been generated. New things have been generated. We even have AI now that is feeding more on data, right? So all these things, we're no more using them. All these tools, flash drive, memory card, CD, DVD, all these are in the past. We have something that has replaced all this. All right, so you don't have to go to the DVD shop to get your DVDs or to get anything you want to watch. No, we're past that era. All right, so what has replaced all this? We have cloud-based platforms. Cloud-based platforms. We have Netflix, we have Prime, we have Hulu, we have Spotify. All these, we have Google Drive. I'm sure we're all familiar with Google Drive. So if you have Google, make it of Google. You store your documents, you store your pictures, you can store different things on your Google Drive. Even on YouTube, you can stream whatever you want to stream. I'm sure if you joined the session early, you'll see that we're streaming some videos on YouTube. So we don't have to go to any DVD. We don't have to store it on any flash drive or any hard disk. This can be streamed live because they are cloud-based platforms, right? Now, this now brings me to you understanding what cloud computing is, right? So what is cloud computing? So before we even get into AWS or Azure or GCP, let's make sure we're on the same page, right? With cloud computing basics. So for my explanation previously about switching from hardware to cloud-based platforms, what is cloud computing? It's just you doing everything over the internet. You don't have to do it physically. You don't have to do it on your hardware. You're just doing it over the internet. And now cloud computing has become an integral part of every tech-driven business, starting from startups to global corporations. I mean, every company is switching. They are trying to migrate from on-premise, from their hardware to cloud. So it's the delivery of on-demand computing services over the internet. And the good thing about this is that you can pay as you go. So instead of you going to buy DVD or build hardware that will take several times, like so long to maintain or even build, you don't have to go that route. You can do everything over the internet. All right. So, for example, one of the companies I gave for cloud-based platforms, let's take an example for Netflix now. So I'm sure we are all familiar with Netflix. You stream movies on Netflix, right? Or you even store your files on Google Drive. Now, for example, Netflix, you get to watch movies live, streaming. You get to stream movies, right? Popular movies, you're streaming it on Netflix. This is possible because it's on the cloud. All right, this is possible because it's on the cloud. You are doing it over the internet. Over the internet. All right. So now this brings us to types of cloud computing that we have. So now you have understood what cloud computing is. What are the types of cloud computing that we have? So we have two main types. We have the deployment and we have the service model. All right. Now, this deployment model is broken into three. We have the public cloud, we have the private cloud, we have the hybrid cloud. Now, the public cloud is when this cloud is basically just doing things in the public cloud, things that you can do publicly. Like maybe a particular cloud platform you're using. Like for example, AWS, right? Now, they'll give you this particular service. Okay, this particular service you can use it publicly, right? It's just like you sharing a hostel. You have so many people using public hostel or public apartment is shared, right? Then we have private cloud. Now this is private to you just alone. So most companies, some companies use public cloud, some companies use private cloud. Maybe you're working with sensitive data, you can make use of the private cloud. Then we also have the hybrid cloud. Now this is the combination of the two, bringing it together, you combining public and private. So let's say you have some information you want to put out there in the public, you can make use of the public cloud, or you have some private sensitive information you don't want to expose out there. You combine it with the private cloud. All right. So it's just basically where you deploy what you want to do, where you run your services. Is it in a public cloud, a private cloud, or a combined hybrid cloud? Then we have the service model. Now, this is just talking about what kind of service you're using. What kind of service are you using on this cloud platform? So we have infrastructure as a service, right? We have platform as a service. We have software as a service. So now let's look at infrastructure as a service. Now, infrastructure as a service is just like you renting an apartment. So let's say you want to rent an apartment. What's the first thing you do? You go check, okay, what apartment should I rent? Is this a good apartment for me? you rent it out. But after renting the apartment, what are you going to do next? You have to put in the furniture, do whatever you want to do, maybe repaint or put in the gas cooker, put in things you need to be able to stay comfortably in that apartment, right? So the infrastructure has been built for you. The infrastructure has been built for you. All you are doing is just renting it. All you are doing is just renting it. So that's how infrastructure as a service is. That infrastructure has been provided for you. All you just need to do is rent it. Like you have your virtual machines, you can rent virtual machines, you can rent storage, you can rent networking, and all these cloud platforms offer these services for you to rent. Then we have platform as a service. Now, platform as a service is already, it's like they've given you this infrastructure, but at the same time, they are managing it for you. All right. So it's like you're renting a fully furnished house. You know, for infrastructure, you are renting an empty house, right? An empty apartment. But for platform as a service, you are renting a fully furnished house. So you don't have to do anything. It's the service apartment. You don't have to bring in any furniture or do anything. You're just paying for what you need. You're just coming in, live comfortably, and pay for what you need, pay for the duration you're going to stay. All right, so that is platform as a service. Okay, and we have Azure that Azure, AWS, GCP offer services like this platform as a service. They already they are managing it for you. Just make use of what you want to do and pay for what you want to do. Okay, then we have software as a service. Software, this one is ready to use, ready to use. All right, so imagine you're going to an hotel, right? You say, okay, I don't want to do any work. I've worked hard. I want to go and pamper myself. All right. So let me go to an hotel where they will take care of me. You don't even have to cook deal. As you're waking up, they're bringing food for you. They're bringing anything you want. They're bringing it for you to the room. That is how a software as a service is. So everything has been prepared for you. The infrastructure, managing whatever you want to do, down to even the service. They have already built everything for you. Just come and do what you want to do. Use it for what you want to do. We have like, you know, I'm sure we're familiar with Gmail, right? You're sending emails. That is already a full software that you use to send your emails or receive emails, right? So software as a service is ready to use applications that you can pay for and use for your business. All right. So if we're still here, please put a 1 in the chat box. Okay, Ikena said like into okay, Airbnb. Yes, that's it. Okay. Floppy disks. Right. I didn't even check the chats. All right. That's good. So I can see we're following. Okay. So before I move forward, I'll just give an example to show you how cloud computing works. All right. So let's say for an example, let me give a real world example. All right. So let's say you start a business or you're running an online store, a small online store, right? You just started your business, getting small customers, maybe like 10 customers, 20 customers. They're coming to visit your websites. Maybe you can get like 10 customers a day visiting your website, making payments, or even your application, paying for something on your application. Over time, your business is growing. You get 100 visitors to your website a day, right? That is still manageable, right? One server is enough for that. Now, it's okay. I want to promote my business, so let me get more sales. Let me get more customers. Maybe you now go and meet one celebrity, or I think they call it influencer, right? Well, you go meet an influencer or a celebrity. Okay, please do endorse my products or influence my products. I need more customers. Now that celebrity endorses your product, right? And suddenly, maybe you're just even sleeping that night. That night you're just sleeping, and the next morning you're getting notification. This person made sale, this person made purchase, this person over 100,000 visitors on your website. Now, your website has crashed because you didn't build a website to take that capacity, 10,000 visitors. Now your website has crashed. You can't make any sales, right? You're going, hey, why would I make sales? How will I put this website back up? I have to start building another server to be able to accommodate more people, more visitors to the website. Now, this is where cloud computing comes in. All right. So for cloud computing, because you're doing everything on the cloud, you're doing everything over the internet, you're not limited to one server, to one machine. All right. So cloud platforms offer what we call auto scaling, right? As your business is growing, as your workload is growing more, right? From 10 or 100 visitors a day to 10,000 visitors a day, you can automatically scale your servers, right? Server that you used for your website, you can automatically scale it. So let's say you were using one before because you have just 100 visitors a day, you can scale it to 2 servers, 3 servers automatically, so that you can accommodate more visitors to your website or your application. But these servers are the ones hosting your website or your application. So when there's an increased traffic, instead of buying a new server or a new hardware or physical hardware, trying to, okay, let me store my website or my customers' details here. No, you can do this on the cloud. You can rent virtual servers over the cloud, in the cloud. You can rent virtual servers, you can rent storage in the cloud to store all this, to host your website and to scale your website. Now, let's say that like the example I gave, after you've endorsed, celebrities have endorsed your products. Now, because you're using cloud computing now, you have rented virtual servers. You don't have to worry. So you can sleep soundly while you're getting a notification, okay, this customer is purchasing this customer. Even if you have like 20,000, 100,000 customers visiting your website a day, you don't have to worry because it's automatically scaled. More virtual servers are added for you automatically, depending on the traffic your website is gathering. All right. So that's just sums up what cloud computing is and how and why it is important. Okay, why it is important. So now let's proceed. So now that we've understood what cloud computing is, we can now get into it. So you'll be like, okay, so Ty, what you have explained, what about you? What platform do I need to start with? Gongon, what platform do I need to start with as beginner? Right? I've got you. So let's get into it. All right. So looking at this quick research, this cloud different cloud platforms dominating the cloud market. So we can see AWS, Azure, GCP leading the top 3, with AWS having 31% market share worldwide, Azure having 20% market share worldwide, and GCP having 12% market share worldwide, right? So this is just to show you that in all the 3 platforms, you can see the one that is even has more market share as of 2024. Even as at now, AWS has more market share, which is Amazon, right? So let's get into it. So before I just get started, let me just give an example. So I'm sure some of us are familiar with cars, right? We have just as we have different car brands, we have Toyota, we have Mercedes-Benz, we have Tesla, right? So we're familiar with Toyota, right? Most everybody should know Toyota because that has been the oldest and it's more reliable. Now let's pick AWS for a start. Now AWS is just like the Toyota in the cloud space, just like the Toyota of cloud computing. Let me put it that way. AWS is the Toyota of cloud computing. Why? Because AWS has been around for a while. They are well established and they are more reliable. Even as they are more reliable, they are more accessible. All right. They offer different, like so many services. And the good thing is that they are beginner friendly. All right. So just as I said that they have the largest market share, you can also for as a beginner, you can sign up, get 12 months free tier, 12 months free tier, do whatever you want to do, as long as you don't exceed that free tier, as long as you don't run so much services that will exceed the free tier. For the beginner, you can sign up, register for the 12 months free tier, and do whatever you want to do on AWS. That's why this is more beginner friendly. AWS is more beginner friendly. And for certifications, you can look at AWS certified cloud practitioner, you can start from there and look at AWS cloud practitioner, right? So AWS is best for like general purposes, startups, enterprise, all right? But why is it good for beginners? Let's look at it. Why is it good for beginners? Now, AWS is one of the cloud platforms that offer extensive documentation. They offer tons of free resources. They even have community support. So you can join any of their communities, you can go through any of their documentations and resources and just get familiar, reiterate, right? For example, one of the like real life example, we have Netflix. Netflix actually uses AWS to stream billions of hours of content every month, every day. All right, so Netflix itself uses AWS to stream. We also have Spotify that uses AWS to store their user data. Okay, we have Spotify that use AWS. We also have Airbnb, right, that handle their customers' data from their property listings worldwide, and they make use of AWS to store all this. That is why AWS is more reliable and is the most established and more accessible. All right. But one weakness you should know, because anything that has an advantage will surely have disadvantage, right? So although it is beginner friendly, although it is more accessible, their pricing can be quite complex. So when I said, when you sign up for 12 months free tier, do not exceed. I mean it. Do not exceed free tier. So even if you have not gotten to the 12 months and you exceed your free tier usage, you can be overcharged. You can be charged so much. So their pricing can be complex and they don't always offer the cheapest option, right? They don't always offer the cheapest option, all right? But to an extent, it is more reliable and it is beginner friendly, all right? Then we have Azure, right? I'm sure we're familiar with Mercedes-Benz, right? Now, Azure is the Mercedes-Benz of cloud computing. Now, when you talk about Mercedes-Benz, you're looking at sleek, right? Sleek Mercedes-Benz. Everybody wants to have the Benz. Yeah, I know. So Azure has, like I said before, they have 20% market share. And for certifications, you can start with the Azure fundamentals, the associate level, if you want to. But like I said before, according to Elon Musk, certifications, we're not in the area of certifications, but the only time you can do certifications is after you have gained the experience, the skills. You can now use certifications to back you up. All right. But as for a start, you can get your hands on Azure fundamentals and certify yourself. Right now, for a start as a beginner, when you sign up for Azure, they offer you 200 credits for 30 days. So you can see the difference between Azure and AWS, right? They offer you 200 credits for 30 days. So if you finish 200 credits, that's the end. You have to pay as you go. Pay for what you use, right? Pay for what you use. And Azure is best used for enterprises, right? Because they also offer hybrid cloud. So when I explained hybrid cloud last time, I said it's a combination of public and private, right? So they offer hybrid cloud. And one of the things that makes Azure stand out, one of the things that makes it the best also, is that it offers security. It offers security. Now, if you're working with sensitive data as a cloud engineer, data engineer, you're working with sensitive data, Azure is the best for you because they offer more security. All right. And as a beginner, if you already have experience with Microsoft or Windows, you're familiar with it, Azure should not be a problem for you, right? So it's best for enterprise solutions. It's best for enterprise environments. Okay. Then we have GCP. Yes, the Oga GCP. GCP is the Tesla. I'm sure we're familiar with Tesla. So not everybody owns a Tesla. I'm sure most people own Toyota. Then we have some people owning Mercedes-Benz. Then we have Tesla, right? When you see people flaunting their Tesla, I've gotten a Tesla. Well, GCP is the Tesla of cloud computing. And why did I say so? GCP is, when you're talking about innovation, it's more innovative, it's more cutting edge. Now, it's not as widely adopted for general computing as previous to, as AWS or Azure. But if you are someone that is more data driven, maybe you're looking into the machine learning space, AI, or big data analytics, GCP is the one for you. Yeah, even as a beginner. So if you're looking into that space, they are known for their innovation in AI and machine learning and data analytics. All right. So for example, Google itself, Google, they run on GCP. They run themselves like they run all their services on GCP. And we also have Twitter. Twitter also runs the services on GCP infrastructure. Then we have PayPal that uses GCP also. All right. So if you want to sign up, once you're done with these 300 credits, that is the end. You have to pay for whatever you use. You pay as you go. You pay as you go, right? Now, what makes it the best for beginners? So if you're a beginner and you are interested in the data science space or AI or machine learning or even big data analytics, GCP is the best choice for you. GCP is the best choice for you. All right. So if we're still following, okay, let me see. Okay, with this one asked what example of infrastructure the service. All right, I'll get to that. Then Ikena asked how secure is AWS to Azure. All right. So to answer let me see, to answer Wheezy, all right. So just an example of infrastructure as a service. So we have like compute engine, right? We have AWS EC2, right? All these are infrastructures that you can make use of on the cloud. We have Azure virtual machines, GCP compute engines that you can rent on the cloud to host your websites, to host your applications. All right. So that's an example. Then okay, Ikena said how secure is AWS to Azure? So like I said, AWS is secure because whatever you're doing in the cloud has to be secure. There's security, but in terms of more security, Azure is actually taking that position, right? So Azure offers more security than AWS. All right. Azure, that's why you see for companies like the governments, the banks, they make use of Azure. You have most banks or government institutions or large corporations actually making use of Azure because of the security that they offer, right? Okay, so which cloud platform is best for security? From the name, cloud security. So if you're looking at Azure, although you can use any of the cloud platforms depending on what you're doing, but you can use Azure or you can use GCP or well, mostly Azure because of it's more secured, right? Okay. So yes. So if we're still following, first continue, give a one, give a one, give a one, drop a one, drop a one. So I continue. All right, over delay. All right. All right. All right, Winnie. So let me see more ones so we can continue. Let me see more ones. All right, good. So let's continue. So just sum it up. If you're looking for like safest, easiest, more accessible, go for. Although let me say this, all cloud platforms offer security, right? All cloud platforms offer security. But the one that stands out more, that offers more, is Azure. But if you want something like an easiest choice, more accessible, more reliable, go for AWS. Now, if you're working in an enterprise IT environment, and you're already familiar with Microsoft's products like Windows, can make use of Azure. And if you're also interested in AI or big data or machine learning, GCP is the one for you, right? Okay. So let's continue. So now let's just look at some of the job opportunities for each of these. Although the job opportunities also extend to other cloud platforms, but like specific job opportunities, we have solutions architects, where you design and deploy scalable systems on AWS. Then we have DevOps engineer. You're automating infrastructure and the deployment process. And you also have cloud developer. So all this job can be applied to other cloud platforms also. But these are just some of the career paths that AWS offers officially, right? Then we also have Azure. So you can work as a cloud solution architect. So you can design cloud solutions using Azure services. We also have Azure administrator. So you can manage and maintain Azure infrastructures, right? Then we also have Azure developer. So you are deploying applications on Azure, right? Then looking at GCP, we have roles that GCP also offer. So we have cloud architect also, can design scalable solutions on cloud, Google Cloud. We also have data engineer. So you can manage, because when you're doing, like I said, I said GCP is more good for big data analytics, right? Machine learning. So when you want to build a pipeline, you're building a pipeline or analytics pipeline, this is a job opportunity job role for you on GCP. Then we have cloud developer also. So you're creating and deploying applications on GCP. Right? These are roles that are highly sought after. Yeah, so there are other roles too, but these are like the main ones, the main common ones that you come across. Now let's just look at real world scenarios that you encounter in the cloud space. These are scenarios you encounter when you're working as a cloud engineer or a data engineer, in the cloud space. All right. So we have scaling. So let me give an example. Let's say okay, let's take Netflix, but as an example, let's take Netflix. So let's say, you know how I'm sure, I don't know if we all heard of Squid Game when it came out, right? I'm sure everybody wanted to watch Squid Game. Oh, have you watched Squid Game? I think when it came out, everybody rushed to watch it, right? So let's say at that point in time when Squid Game came out, everybody decided to watch it. There was a massive spike in viewership, right? This means like millions of people, so many people all around the world, they were trying to access this service at the same time. That is leading to high traffic, right? High traffic. Now, this is where cloud engineers come in. Now, cloud engineers make use of cloud tools to scale the service. Just so the service doesn't crash, just so Netflix doesn't crash, they would use cloud tools to scale the service. They will increase resources in real time so that the service remains uninterrupted. So no matter the increase in traffic, it will keep going. You can keep watching whatever you want to watch, stream whatever you want to watch. And that is why I talked about auto scaling the other time. So AWS offers auto scaling, where you can automatically adjust resources based on your traffic volume, right? So you can handle whatever traffic that is coming in. Okay. So as a cloud engineer, this is something you encounter, and this just makes cloud computing so powerful for businesses, especially with fluctuating demand. When you're not certain of the demand you're working with, like if it's high or low, this makes it best for businesses with fluctuating demand. Then we have security, right? Protecting data and infrastructure. Now, for example, if you're working with sensitive data, let's say you're working with an e-commerce company. You know how customers, when you want to buy something, right? You make payments. You put your payment information. And now this payment information is at risk of being exposed. But because this platform is using the cloud, right, and it's storing this information securely. So if hackers were to get access to your data, they will not get access because it has already been secured. So you can use AWS, you can use Azure to secure all this on the cloud, all the sensitive data on the cloud. Then we have backup. So as a cloud engineer, you want to back up in case there's an unexpected hardware failure or the unexpected crash. You want to back up so that if there's any outage, these services can be restored, right? So these cloud platforms also offer this as a service. They offer these tools for you to use. Then we also have data infrastructure. We have data infrastructure. So where you're building data pipelines, you're storing data. So let's say you're working as an example, as a data engineer, you're working for a data analytics company. You're processing large amounts of data, real-time data, right? Now, don't forget, when I explained GCP, I said it's more prone for big data, right? Machine learning, data analytics. So you can design, as a cloud data engineer, you can build the infrastructure, data infrastructure that would store this data. You build a pipeline that would move this data and store it to where it's going to be needed, right? You extract, you transform, and you load this data. And then it's used for machine learning or AI or big data analytics, right? Or even stored in the data warehouse for data analysts to run whatever analysis they want to run. All right. So these are real life scenarios that you will encounter as a cloud engineer in the cloud space. All right, so let's look at the average salary of a cloud engineer, right? So one of the best things about cloud engineering is the salary potential. I mean, when I said companies are migrating to the cloud, I was not joking. Everybody is running to the cloud because of the services it offers. And just imagine when you have a job that is in demand, you know that the salary will also be high, right? So we're looking at in United Kingdom, we have the salary from 43,000 to 68,000 per year. We also look at Canada, we also have 100,000 per year. So these are just like average salaries for a cloud engineer. Then we also have United States where we have 129,000. All right, so these are just salaries that you can earn when you start working as a cloud engineer or a cloud data engineer, or even making use of cloud these cloud platforms or being in the cloud space. All right. So if you're still with me, give a 1. So I want to know if you're following. Okay, I have some people in the chat box. Okay, so Winnie says, how much coding does the GCP involve? So, like I said, it depends on the career path you are actually venturing into, the career path. So if you're going the path of a data engineer, you would have to know like Python, SQL, to be able to build pipelines in the cloud, right? So it depends on the career path you are going into. So GCP, because you're even dealing with, for GCP, if you're dealing with machine learning, that is coding. If you're dealing with AI, that is coding. If you're dealing with big data, that is coding, all right? So it involves some kind of coding, but there are also some services and tools that you don't have to write code on GCP. Yeah, there are some services or tools that GCP offer that you don't have to write code. You have low or no code services on GCP. All right. All right. So, okay, I have Ahmed and okay, Oladili. All right. That's good. That's good. So if you're following, please give a 1. Give a 1. I want to know that we are following. Okay. Okay, so which are okay, so no code service is basically you're not writing any code, or you're writing a tiny bit of code. So for example, for GCP now, you have data fusion. So if you want to build a pipeline, I don't want to write any code to build a pipeline. You don't want to write Python to build a pipeline. You can use cloud Google Data Fusion in GCP. So all this at internalisis, we actually teach all this. We show you how get familiar with Google GCP, how you get familiar, even with all the other platforms, we show you how you get familiar with this and all these services that are offered on this cloud platforms. All right. All right. So let's continue. Let's continue. So yes, now let's look at the cloud infrastructure services market size from 2024 to 2034. Now, this is just showing you how the cloud infrastructure will grow over time. And it is clear that the demand for cloud services will keep on growing. Like I said, people are running to the cloud. And this is the time for you not to be thinking and saying, what do I want to do? No. This is time for you to take action so that in the next 5 years, 2030, when the demand for cloud services is $368, $368,000, you would not be kept out. You would not be still be thinking and say, what do I want to do? You already be, in fact, you already be working like as a professional or expert, and you'll be making your money, you'll be earning your salary, right? You already have the skills and the experience. So looking at this, you see by 2034, it has grown to 679. So this is not the time it's okay, I want to just sit down, think about it. No action. Take action now. Start learning that cloud skill. Start learning that skill right now so that even that time in the next 5 years, 10 years, you get to also enjoy these benefits from this market size or market share of these cloud platforms. Because it's growing, the demand is growing, and so will be the job opportunities that also be growing because companies need more people in the cloud space. Okay? So, and this just means more opportunities for cloud engineers, data engineers, AI engineers, machine learning engineers that are working in the cloud space in coming years. Okay? So you don't want to be left out. You don't want to be left out. Now, yes. So you mean Analytics offers training on the 3 cloud platforms in your data engineering program? Yes. We offer training on the 3 cloud platforms in our data engineering platform. So we offer GCP, AWS, and Azure. So we teach you the concepts, get you started, give you real life case study to work on hands-on in these cloud platforms. So you get to understand what it's about. You also get to work with it. You also get to gain that experience and on experience. So imagine confidently putting your CV that, oh, I have experience in the 3 cloud platforms. So let's even, before we move forward, let's check some job descriptions. Let's just check some job. So we see how cloud platforms, in fact, some job descriptions will ask you that the person should have experience in the 3 cloud platforms. All right. So if it's not 1, if it's not 2, they're active for the 3. So let's take, for example, this. So this is read.co.uk. So this is a data engineer role. And this salary is £45,000 to 68,000. All right. So let's look at the job description. Let's look at the job description. So you can already see Azure right there. Azure Data Factory. This is Azure. Now, still looking out, you can see BigQuery, you can see GCP. So if in almost, like in most job descriptions you would see when applying for jobs, is that you see 1 or 2, in fact, if not all 3, right? So let's check another one. So we just see. So let's see, this one is specifically for Azure. So you can, the job role can be specific. Okay, I want an Azure data engineer. So that is basically for just Azure. So let's look for like an entry level. Okay, let's see the junior data engineer. All right. So looking at the job description, so we have ETL, writing queries. Okay, yes. Familiarity with data platforms. And what did they put there? AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, GCP, the 3 cloud platforms, right? And this is what you will see in most job descriptions. And that is why it's important not to waste any more time and start with one. Start with a cloud platform and move to the next, you move to the other. All right. So that was just to show you if you check more job descriptions, you surely see more cloud platforms that are being asked for, that are in demand. All right. So moving on, I will just talk about our data engineering program. So like I said, we offer all 3 cloud platforms in our program, right? So we give you a comprehensive understanding of these platforms. We also give hands-on. So whether it's managing data on the cloud, building pipelines on the cloud, or even building cloud infrastructure on the cloud or managing cloud infrastructure on the cloud, we offer all this, right? So now you ask yourself, okay, how do I get started? how do I select the right career? All right, so one of the most popular and lucrative roles in cloud computing today is actually data engineering. It's actually data engineering. So we are seeing as a data engineer, you should have experience in cloud platforms. All right. So one of the most popular and lucrative roles in cloud computing today is data engineering. So data engineers actually build infrastructures that generate data, collect data for analysis. All right. Whether you're working with large data sets, you can use cloud services to store, process, or analyze this data. All right. So let's get started to selecting the right career path. All right. So looking across different job boards, different job posts, just like we even saw now, the two job descriptions that we saw, the two job postings we saw, you can see that they talked about cloud platforms, they talked about also data engineering, like building an ETL pipeline, Python, SQL. So if you go back there, we'll see. So you see this ETL processes, that's extract, transform, load. We have data pipelines. So you should have essential skills, data pipelines, data quality management, SQL, Python, and all these are key skills that you should know as a data engineer. Now at 10 Analytics, we've been able to do our research. It's like, okay, how can we be able to ease this learning, ease this transition, and also make sure you get that job that offers high rewarding salary, right? That is just showing that, okay, we've done our research and we've seen that data engineer is one of those jobs that you can easily learn. Not, it might not be easy, but you see, it has ease of learning. You can easily transition quickly and get a job because we've had people that have gotten jobs, right? So now, like I said, we've done our research and looking at in our research, we're seeing that in the next 5 years, by 2030, 170 million jobs will be created, while 92 million jobs will disappear. Now, I'm sure you don't want to be part of the jobs that will disappear. No, you don't want to be part of the jobs that disappear. You want to be part of the 170 million jobs. And that is where data engineering comes in. That is where cloud engineering comes in. From the chart I showed you before, where you are seeing the demand of cloud services growing, it just shows you that in the next 5 years, cloud is going to take over. Cloud engineering is going to take over. And you don't want to be left out. All right. So looking at this, so from our research of looking at the World Economic Forum, where you can work at the top fastest growing jobs, you can see big data specialists, you can see data warehousing specialists, and all these career paths are under data engineering, right? So from the World Economic Forum, we can see the job growth, the decline. So these are jobs that will decline over time, part of the 92 million jobs that will disappear. But we also have jobs that will grow over time. And as you can see, big data specialist is number one on the list. Big data specialist is number one on the list. We have data warehousing specialists, we have data engineers. So if you are still thinking of what career paths to go, data engineering is actually a very good career path, especially when you want to get started in the cloud space, in cloud engineering. So data engineering is that path for you. All right. Okay. So things that you need to do to actually transition into the tech space, into this data engineering space. So you need in-demand skills. You need to learn this in-demand skills. You cannot just transition. All right, like I said, they don't care about your certifications. They don't care about the number of courses you're taking. What they care about is your skills. Can you show what you've actually learned? Can you apply what you've learned? Can you show hands-on? Can you show the skills? Can you show the experience? So you need to learn. And while learning, Analytics also offers hands-on experience, hands-on case study project, real-life case study project that you can apply what you've learned. Then it also comes with another package, which makes it special. So just earlier today, a participant reached out from our cybersecurity program that she got a job with ALS. And she applied before, but she didn't get the job. But she applied again. Now, what did she do differently? She joined our CV review session. And after doing that CV review session, she applied everything we taught in the CV review session, and she was able to get an interview and she got the job. Now, that is another thing that Analytics offer. We don't just teach you the skills, because trust me, you can know all the skills in the world. You can know the skills, you can have the experience, but if you cannot even pass the interview, I'm sorry. If you cannot even get your CV out there, I'm sorry. All right? So if you cannot get a good CV out there for you to even land an interview, what is the skills of? There's no use of the skills. I'm sorry to say, but yes. So that's why we also offer employability package, where you have CV review or revamp, LinkedIn optimization, we mentor you what to expect in the interview, or how you can prepare for the interview. We also have interview preparations. We have job reference. So once you've gotten the job, we offer job reference and on the job support, and then you can now confidently apply for jobs and get that job that pays you what you want. All right. So yes, if you're still with me, give a thumbs up. Sorry, give a one, not a thumbs up. Okay, so I can see somebody asking. Okay. Okay, would we be having a calculus torrent? Definitely. In the training program, you get to, in fact, if you don't even know, you can ask your facilitator any questions, but we're going to take you from ground level, teach you the concepts, teach you what you need to know, hands-on experience also. All right, so I'll get to the duration of the training also soon. Okay, so for someone with no tech background, what skill will you advise the person to follow, especially if you have a social science background? All right, so I'll get to that soon. So trust me, when I say, even if you're coming with no background, I've asked someone that is coming from pharmacies and is a data engineer today, as we speak. Pharmacist background. Even somebody that is a stay-at-home mom. She has been a stay-at-home mom for a while, and she tried to take our program, and trust me, she got a visa-sponsored job as data analyst. All right, so it always seems impossible until it is done. All right, it always seems impossible until it is done. So let's just check some of our success stories. So we can see Michael landed his first role as a sales engineer after taking our data training program in the UK. We also have Idris landing a data engineer role after training with us. So these are just some of the testimonial success stories that we've had. This is just also showing you more success stories. So this is the example. This is what I just said. Igmat. She was a full-time stay-at-home mom in the UK, and she joined our data analytics program, and she got a job with the NHS in the UK. Now she works as a data analyst with the NHS with full visa sponsorship. So I'm telling you, you can do, if others can do it, you can do it. Even coming from social science background, once you're determined and you decide to put in the work, because I'm telling you, it might not be easy along the way when you get started. But if you're determined and you're ready to put in the work, you're ready to put in the effort so that you can get that dream job that you want, trust me, you can do it. All right. So these are just more success stories that we have of people that have trained with us and have gotten jobs after. So we have Abisola. So this material will be shared with you. So you get to watch all these testimonials, you get to read through them. We have data scientists with no prior experience. They transitioned and they got jobs after. All right. So these are just more. So I'll just get into, okay, now. So you can ask me, okay, how were they able to do this? And how can Analytics help you? Good. Analytics can actually help you. And how? I will break this down for you now. So now, what do we offer? So just as somebody asked in the chat box now, that coming from a social science background with no experience, just as this example now, we have Victoria, which is a customer service rep. Now she wants to transition into the tech space. She wants to become a tech talent. So what are we doing? What do we offer? We offer you the skills. We learn the skills. We offer self-paced learning materials. So you get to watch at your own time the self-paced learning materials. We also have live instructor-led classes, right? Now, after doing this, it also comes with project-based experience. And now this is the most important one because you cannot just be learning, watching videos, learning. You have to be able to apply. So we have over 50 real-world case study experiences. I think 70. We have enough that we used to train you for you to gain experience so that you can go out there and confidently talk about this experience and talk about this skill. Now, it doesn't just stop there. We also offer employability skills, right? Just like I said. So you might have all the skills, all the experience, but something might be missing. Maybe your CV is not well done. Or even that interview, maybe you're always nervous during interviews. We offer all this. So whenever you have an interview, you can book an interview prep session and you'll be prepped and you can confidently go and finish that interview and get the job. All right. We also offer networking and mentorship. All right. And all this is what we offer. And then you can go ahead to apply and get that job. Okay. So now let me give this scenario. So you have a graduate from Harvard University that finished with mechanical engineering, right? Or you have an experienced mechanic working on Toyota, Aston Martin, Benz with no degree. Now, in these two, if two of them were to apply for mechanical, would you think will get employed? So I want to see in the chat box, who do you think will get employed? Is it this or that? This or that? Okay, that's somebody said that. Okay, Ikena said me. Okay. Okay. Okay, I still want more answer. Okay, this. Okay, Ahmed said this. All right. All right. Experience. Okay. Yes, so it's the experience that actually matters, right? So you can have degree, but if you don't have anything to show for it, I'm sorry. Even internships, companies that employ for internships, they still look for a little bit of skill or experience that you have. That's why they ask you to submit CVs. And they still filter out people that don't get internships because they want to check a CV and they say, okay, this person has a bit of experience in this role we want to employ for internship. They pick that person. So you cannot just come out fresh out graduates without having any experience. You want to apply for a particular role. You need to be able to gather that experience. And that is where 1090 comes in. You are gaining the experience, gaining the skills that you need to be able to do this. All right. So now, another crucial thing you need to have is a portfolio, right? So let's say you have gained the skills, you have gained the experience, you have built projects, but you have nothing to show for it. How? So when you apply for it, you have to be able to show the recruiter or company that yes, I've been able to work on this project and take a look at my projects. So this portfolio will speak for itself. So a portfolio is just you showcasing your skills. All right. So I'll click on this link. So this is a portfolio of someone, data engineer. All right. So all the projects he has worked on is right here. So if you click on one, all right. Okay, I'm just trying to access the link. So let me just close this. All right. So you can see the project worked on. So you can see the ER diagram, the schema, everything that was done on this project. You can even have a GitHub link also to showcase your project. So once you have worked on the project, you put it on your GitHub and showcase it also. You can also have a portfolio. So all these are ways you can showcase your skills by having a portfolio of your projects. So when you're applying for most jobs, you see that, okay, they're asking you, do you have a portfolio link? This is the portfolio link you put out there. So even before you meet the recruiter, you can already showcase your project to this recruiter. All right. All right. So now this now brings me to the duration of our program. So these are the key learning areas that we offer. All right. So we look at introduction to data engineering, we teach SQL, Python, Linux. Then we get into building an ETL pipeline. Then also working with big data using Apache Spark. These are key tools that you encounter as a data engineer, even when you're applying for jobs. All right, cloud engineering. So we're taking GCP, Azure, AWS, GitHub. ChatGPT, also how to work with AI in general, right? And these are the key tools we're looking at. Then we also offer, our classes are on Saturdays, live classes. Then we also have self-paced videos that you can watch at your own time. All right, now for the duration, we actually have two options. We offer two options. So you either do the 8 months or you do the 12 months, right? So for the 8 months, you have 6 months learning in class. So you're going to thoroughly learn for those 6 months, and then you have a 2-month internship. No, not 2 months, those 2 months internship is where you can get to apply what you've learned during the training program. All right, like a real internship. You're working hands-on to gain experience. Then we also have the 12-month learning option. So if you want a longer internship duration, you have 6 months learning in class and 6 months internship. All right. So after this period, you can then put it in your CV that, okay, I was able to I worked as data engineer here, and we also even offer reference letters to back that up. Okay, so you see why analytics is the one for you. All right. Okay, just like I said, you have the unique opportunity of including, so your internship is actually going to be with Amdari, and your training with Tenai. So it's a combination of the both. All right, so you get to put this in your CV that you've worked here and you have trained with us, and you have that skills to show for it. Okay, so technical skills with employability skills equals job offer, just as I said before. Okay, and what makes you stand out tonight is the CV review, the employability skills, LinkedIn optimization, everything I already said before, like the interview preparation, job reference letter. Even when you get the job, if you're having an issue, you can always reach out to us because you are one of our students. You always remain our students, whether past or new. All right. So you can reach out to us on the job support and we'll be there to reach out to you. So this is one of the things that makes you stand out with 10 Analytics. Okay. We're not just a company that trains. No, it doesn't end there. We offer all these extra packages just so you can get the best of it. All right. So we have more success stories. So you can go through the success stories where you people secured students secured skilled visa, worker visa to complete, even when they got when they trained with us, they were able to land visa sponsored jobs. Okay, with no prior experience, they're able to land all these roles after training with us. Okay, so it just comes down to you. Are you ready to take action? All right. So you can go through these success stories. This material will be shared with you. These are just showing you the different, this person now we got is now a permanent resident in Canada using our experience as a data scientist with 10 Analytics, right? So these are more success stories you can go through. We have trained over 2,500 plus students and transitioned them into getting their roles, into getting their jobs in the tech space. So it can be you, it can be you. So I'm just going to move forward. All right, so and that's just to show you that yes, we have also been accredited by the American Council of Training and Development, and this is just making us stand out more. Okay, just showing that yes, we have that value and we're ready to offer it to you. All right, so what are the next steps? So if you are ready to take action, like I said, so that in the next 5 years, you're an expert at what you do, you're a professional at what you do, and you're not waiting now you're not procrastinating. Now is the time to take steps. What should you do? So our next course is starting March 8th. So you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Starts now. And the good thing about it is that we have you can pay in installments. You don't have to pay at a go. You can break it down. We actually have installments plan. So you can pay for up to 5 months in small bits. All right. Another good thing that we have is that we are offering discount to the first 20 people for this program. For each program you register, we're offering you we're offering the first 20 people discount. So for our 8-month plan, you're supposed to pay 900, but we have 20% off, and we're giving you 750. For the 12 months plan, you're supposed to pay 1,200, and you have 20% off, and we're giving you 1,000. So if you're ready to make payments, you click on this link, click here to pay, and it takes you to this. Okay, so I'll just wait for it to load. So once you want to make payment, you click on that link. Okay, and you just go through. So any program you want to register for, you click on it. So for example, data engineering, I'll click on the 8 months data engineering. Click on the 8 month data engineering. Okay. So wait for that to load. All right. So for the 8 month data engineering, you can pay one time, you can pay 2 times, you can pay 3 times, you can pay for 3 months, you can pay for 4 months, you can pay for 5 months, $150 monthly. All right, so you don't have to pay at a go, you can pay bit by bit. All right, so that's the good thing again that we offer. So you don't have to pay everything at a go, you can pay bit by bit. So you can do the 5 month plan, the 4 month plan, or you can decide to pay everything one time. Right. So once you make your payment, once you click on what you want, you click on secure your seat. Once you secure your seat and you make your payment, you can then upload the receipt. So you have somewhere you can upload the receipt here. So upload your receipt here, and somebody from license will reach out to you, and then you'll be enrolled fully into the program where you can get started in your tech journey. All right. So are we still following? Are we still following? Okay. Let me just go up to where, okay. Is there a pathway between data analytics and account? Okay, so we offer data analytics, but in our data analytics training program, we don't offer cloud engineering. So it's in data engineering that we offer the cloud platform. We teach you the cloud platform. In the data analytics, there are no cloud platforms that are being taught. Say it's mainly everything that has to do with data analytics, right? Okay, so why is there? Okay, so there are different payment options. So you depend on but we mainly depending on your location, that's how you pay. Depending on your location is what is payment option you get to pay in, right? Okay, all right. So yes, let's continue. So yes, so once you're ready to get started, like I said, take action, no thinking. If you want to, in the next 5 years, you can see the growth, you have to take action now. And if you see what you cannot get any job actually without any skills to show for it or without any experience. All right. So just like I said, so discount is for the first 20 people. So if you're not among the first 20 people, no discount for you. So that's why you have to hurry to get this discount for the first 20 people that registered. All right. So yeah, like I said, we've helped over 2,500 plus people transition from the classroom into their first job in tech across different locations in the world. Okay. And these are some of the companies our students are working in currently. As you can see, NHS, MTN, UBA, MRS, different companies, and you can get to do the same also. All right, so these are just some of the impacts we've made as in internal analytics. So once this material is shared, you can go through this, and we also have more testimonials for you. All right. So I would these are just more success stories of how people transition from the non-tech background to the tech space. All right, so I will just check for more questions. All right. I think I saw one question. I think I saw one question somewhere. I didn't answer. Okay, can cybersecurity work in the cloud? Yes, so yes, actually, because as a cybersecurity, you also work you also work in the cloud platform. So I know that yes, as a cybersecurity, you can also work in the cloud. Okay, depending on the career path or the job on that cybersecurity that you're working at, so you can work in the cloud also. And in our cybersecurity training program, we actually also offer you also get to learn a cloud platform in the training program. Okay, so that's it. That's it for me. So I'll just stop here, and any questions you have for me, you can feel free. So these are just small success stories that you can go through. So we even have one that got a job as a CEO of a tech company after joining 10 Analytics. How good is that? So he joined our data science program, completed the training, and he got a job in January 2024. All right. All right, so these are just more success stories that you can go through. So any questions? Any questions? Any questions? If you have a question, drop it in the chat box. Have a question, drop in the chat box. So you can listen to all this just to hear their stories. If they can do it, you can do it. So we have Abigail coming from a care worker in Canada, transitioned from a care worker to a business analyst. All right. She said our mentorship and project-based classes with dedication helped her to get this job. It helped her to get this job. Okay, so we have so many, we have trained so many, we have transitioned so many people. So you can also do it, okay? So you can go through the job, the success stories. All right. All right. So if you're ready to gain premium technology skills, and it's not just skills we're offering you employability skills, but it's coming with so many packages to help you advance your career and get you that job. Okay. So let me just, okay. Yes. So, okay. Ikena says CEO. Yes, CEO. Yes. You actually got a job as a CEO. So you can do it too. Okay. So, does laptop matters for this journey? Definitely, laptop actually matters. It's very important. So once you're serious about taking your tech journey, you actually need a laptop to be able to. So not just if you're just going to be learning, that laptop will not be able, because you're applying the skills. You have to be able to apply the skills, and that's what we do as we're learning. You're applying the skills, so you definitely need a laptop. It's very, very important. All right, it's very, very important. All right. So any questions? Any questions? So if you enjoyed today's session, give a 1 in the chat box. If you enjoyed today's session, if you learned 1 or 2 things about cloud engineering, give a 1 in the chat box. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I just have 1. Okay, 10. All right. All right. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Linka. All right. All right. So I can't wait to see every one of you in class. I want to see every one of you in class so that you can become experts, can become professionals in whatever career path you have chosen to do. Okay, so like I said, stop taking, like I'm sure I've taken several courses, but no skills. So you have not been able to apply the skills. So no more thinking, take action, take action, take action. All right. All right, and don't forget, first 20 people for our discount. First 20 people for our discount. So you can make payments and proceed, and somebody will reach out to you. Somebody will reach out to you. All right, so that's it for today. And thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone for joining this masterclass. Thank you everyone for joining this masterclass. Okay, I hope this is not those videos watching only people. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 it's not. It's not. It's not. So we offer live classes also. We also offer self-paced learning. All right. So where you in your comfort, get to learn self-paced, watch videos, but at the same time, we have live classes where you can also ask facilitators that are training you in your live classes, that are teaching you, okay, I don't understand this, or take me through this. Feel free, you can reach out to them. They are there, they are always there for you, right? Okay, so can we see the models for data engineering? Okay, so let me just go back to that. Let me just go back to that. So let me go back to the models so that we see. So just give me 1 second. Let me go to the models. Okay, the summary here. Okay, all right. Here you have it. So, all right. So for data engineering, we take data intro to data engineering, and we teach you SQL, and this SQL also covers data modeling, how to model your data, data warehousing, database modeling, Python programming, Linux, also how you can work with Linux, WSL, all this will be taught. Also how you can build ETL pipelines, database, extracting data from database, extracting data from APIs, web scraping, different ways you can build the data pipelines and extract data. Then we also teach you Apache Spark. So how you can work with big data using PySpark, excuse me. Then also Airflow, all right? So how you can automate this data pipeline, all right? Orchestrating the whole process. Then we go into cloud engineering and show you how what you can do in the different cloud platforms like GCP, Azure, AWS, and we also teach you how to version control, like using GTP and GitHub, version controlling your projects, and also making use of AI. Those are like the key learning areas. There are other areas, but these are like the key ones that we're going to teach you. Okay? All right. All right. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining this masterclass, and hope to see you in class. Okay? So thank you. Bye for now.